So 9 months ago, I quit my stable 9 to 5 office job and moved out of my parents' house to become a DJ and do music full time. And ever since then, it's been kind of a roller coaster of imposter syndrome and me regretting it and not regretting it, and a lot of thinking if this is the worst mistake of my life. So I'm gonna show you guys 3 tips that I've learned over this process in being my own boss and keeping myself accountable. The first thing I've learned is that you have to show up every day. There's this analogy that I tell myself, is that music and doing anything creative is kind of like fishing. You know, sometimes you go catch big fish, sometimes you catch little fish, sometimes you don't catch fish at all. But you still have to go out and fish regardless because that's your job because you're a fisherman. Same thing. I do music. I'm a producer. I'm a DJ. So I have to show up every day and treat this as if it's my job. It's hard because there's no direct hours to money, outcome. Like, it's not like I'm making like $25 an hour working on Ableton. It's really like I spend all this time in Ableton and I don't know if it's gonna produce money in that way, but I know that I have to do this regardless because this is my job now, and the money will come only if I put in the hours necessary when it's uncertain. Second thing I've learned is that you have to stick to a routine and you have to pack out your schedule, because if you don't, you're going to end up being a bum. Now that you're your own boss, you don't have anyone else to keep you accountable or, threaten to fire you if you don't show up. So you have to do it to yourself or you're just not going to make it. My schedule basically looks like waking up at 8 a.m., doing admin work, starting the emails, going to the gym, come back from the gym, producing, making a little lunch, make these videos for you, and then take dinner, go on like a little walk, and then just produce the rest of the day. And I stick to that because it helps me fill out my time and also keeps me at like the 40 to 80 hour schedule that I want to stick to for being a producer to, make sure that I am being productive every week. Third, the final thing is that you have to focus on the process. I know it's really corny. I know it's super cringy. Like, just focus on the process, bro. Like, don't care about the outcome, whatever. Like, yes, like, I know it's really hard to not focus on the money and not focus on, like, your bank account and all that when this is your full-time job and you need the money to survive and live and pay your rent. But I'm telling you is that if you focus on just doing the little things every day and just showing up every day, the money will come. It's nerve-wracking. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you it's not, but it's the little things that you do throughout the week and throughout the month that are gonna translate to the lump sums of money you get as a creative and doing DJing. And that's why it's so important to show up every day. So, yeah, if you're someone out there living in existential dread every day like me, hopefully these tips help. And I'll catch you guys at the next one.